Hi guys, this is Ruth with A Birth Abroad, and just like many hopes and dreams that we have, I had hoped by this point to have many beautiful, edited, creative videos out for you to enjoy and learn from, and here it has been, I don't even know how many months, and I haven't posted. So I realized if I am going to try and do this perfect, it's never going to happen. So here I am. This is going to be an unedited film. I have no makeup on, I'm in a sweatshirt, and I think that you will see more videos like this here in the coming weeks. Maybe someday I will be able to put together some edited videos. I have some in the works actually that I started way back in the day. I have one about my hospital bag that I packed getting ready to go to the hospital. I have ones about the different hospitals and clinics that I've given birth in or had appointments in, and I still hope to share those with you. But I also want to make sure that people who are pregnant now are getting helpful information that they need. So here is your unedited tip for today. One thing that I often hear in birth stories are misconceptions or misunderstandings, and this can go both directions. The hospital sometimes can misunderstand you, and you can misunderstand the hospital. So this is kind of a funny little thing, but one story I've heard over and over again is they will say, oh, well, the nurses or the doctors said that I needed to be quieter, or I needed to not scream. And sometimes this may be true, especially if you're in a hospital that maybe has closer quarters or doesn't understand birth or isn't as supportive of the birth. They might be worried about you getting panicked and loud and scaring other patients. However, other times, what they are trying to communicate is that having a calm demeanor and making intentional sounds rather than panic sounds can actually help your birth. So for instance, if you get into labor and you have strong contractions or surges, as the popular word is right now, you can start to get a little bit panicked and have very high sounds like this. And you can scream, ah, very, very high. I have a bit of a cold today, so I can't even make high sounds, but you can probably imagine what I am saying. However, if you can take that same need to vocalize, that same need to express ourselves, and put it in a low sound, such as a oh sound, it actually opens up the perineal area, the pelvic area. It helps relax those muscles and open them up and help progress the labor. So when we have the high sounds, the ah sounds, we actually tense those muscles and in order to make that very high-pitched sound, and that is counterproductive to opening up and relaxing and letting the baby come out. When we're able to take those same sounds and lower them into a low tone like this, and I like to do this with dads too, because everybody can feel this, where you make the sound, where the sound comes from in your body, how you make the sound, what muscles you use, and it suddenly makes sense. So practice with your husband or your partner and have a good laugh, practice high sounds and feel how those tense, and practice low sounds and how those relax. So I say this for two reasons. One, because I think it is a very helpful tip in birth to just remember to keep the sounds calm and low. They can still be very loud, and that's okay. But also, when we hear something, when a nurse or a doctor or somebody says something to us, and we immediately have kind of a reaction of like, well, they just don't understand, or they're not being supportive, especially when it's not in our native tongue, or maybe it's not in their native tongue, make sure that we take a moment to really think about, if we can, or ask our partner to think about these things. Are they attacking me, or are they just not communicating very well? And maybe what they have, what they're trying to express, what they're trying to communicate, actually has a grain of truth in it. So there's my tip for today. I hope to have another video out for you in a couple days. You will probably see a lot more of just this look, because you know what? This is real life. I have 4 kids. My oldest is 9. My youngest is 5.5 months. And let me tell you, there are many days I don't even get dressed. In fact, even right now, I am wearing yoga pants and a sweatshirt. So I hope that you can relate to that and get past, the fact that these videos are not going to be beautiful or clean. You can probably hear my baby. He's talking very loudly in the room next door. And maybe someday I'll be able to get some of those more polished, beautiful videos out for you too. But thanks for listening today. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like or subscribe below, and leave a comment. Let me know anything that you would like me to talk about, or maybe something that somebody said to you and you at first took it wrong, but then later you realized that maybe you had understood it wrong. So I'm not even sure if I said that right. Okay, a comment like I'm talking about, where somebody tries to say something to you and you think, oh my goodness, they hate me or they're not supporting me. But instead you realize, actually, I just didn't understand them. So anyways, I love to hear people's stories. Don't forget to post below. Thanks for watching, and see you around next time. This is A Birth Abroad.